beauty queen. Not too long ago, there was a stunning 19-year-old girl. She had been doing beauty pageants since she was a baby. Her mom was obsessed with her dog being the most beautiful girl there is. She would sign up for every single beauty pageant there ever was. She wore fancy dresses, hair extensions, high-end makeup, and pretty shoes. Amelia hated participating in the pageants. She was forced to do it. She won most of them. She was beautiful from the start. As she got older, she only grew to become more beautiful. She was truly blessed. Her looks were so pure and innocent. She resembled a real-life angel. Everyone adored her, not only for her outer beauty, but for how kind, gentle, and sweet she was. Her personality was everything. She knew how to make people smile and laugh. There was a certain aura to her. It shined brighter than the sun and sparkled under the moonlight. She was an only child and wasn't that much of a, she wasn't much of a saint either. She preferred staying indoors and doing simple house chores. She enjoyed tidying up her room and liked to plant flowers out in the garden. She was quite modest and old-fashioned, like a 1950s housewife, except she wasn't a wife. She admired Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, and Elizabeth Taylor. She had pictures of them kept hidden in her diary. She also had a mini scrapbook where she cut out pics of celebrity role models and fun memories of her and her friends. Even though she had a great figure, she was self-conscious of showing off her body. She covered up mostly, nothing higher than knees or exposed cleavage. She liked to look polished and well put together, not trashy and desperate. It was strange for such a young beauty like her. Girls her age wouldn't have a care in the world with what they show off. It's all about miniskirts, tight dresses, short shorts, and crop tops. That was all too much for her. Going to the beach is a hassle. She wears one piece bathing suit and covers up with a towel. But she did keep up with skincare. Skincare is one priority. She enjoyed having a porcelain clear skin. There showed no signs of aging, and she was very gentle when it came to what she does regarding her skin. She exfoliated once a week and had twice a month facials. She was heavy with moisturizing sunscreen. Many people complimented her skin. Her hands were soft and her face free of blemishes. She also drank plenty of water and leafy green vegetables and fruits with plenty of vitamin C. And May dreamed of becoming a ballerina, but that dream was way past her. Not once did she have a single lesson. She can't dance to save her life, so she moved on trying to become Miss Universe, since after all, she has great experience with all things beauty, and she auditioned one day and received a call. She competed with other girls from her country, and made her nervous. She did an amazing job with being number one in her country. She got chosen to represent it. She was so proud and thankful in that very moment. She teared up. She also got some prize money and a free trip to the Bahamas. She invited her mom, and they had the time of their life. Being with her mom during the stay in the Bahamas was a dream come true. For a long time, she represented her mother and resented her mother for making it into pageants when she had no interest in doing it. She wanted a normal life back then, where she got to play outside with the rest of her neighborhood kids. Maybe then she would have been more social and outgoing, but instead she was put under a lot of pressure trying to win the crown. She She felt humiliated whenever she went up on stage for the talent portion. She had no talent. She would just sing off key. The trip helped bring them closer together and mended their broken relationship. Her dad left when she was a baby, and he was alcoholic and abusive. Her mom was still pained with scars. He once hit her mom with a hammer on the head, nearly fracturing her skull, but he mainly cut her up with an army knife. As the trip neared the end, they said their goodbyes and went their separate ways. Just like that, they were gone and never looked back. Amelia moved on to the live shows of Miss Universe. She was anxious but hopeful at the same time. She knew that she was going to be a swimsuit part of the competition, and the thought of it frightened her, but luckily she was prepared. She tried telling herself that it's not that big of a deal. She had to fake her confidence and reassure herself that everything would be okay. Sadly, nothing was okay. Everything went horribly wrong the day of the Miss Universe show. She got selected as one of the finalists. She was a crowd favorite, and many people voted for her. Judges loved her presence and complicated how well she was doing. On the outside, she oozed beauty and grace, but on the inside, she was all shaken up. Her heart was beating fast, and she couldn't feel her nerves vibrating. She felt as if she was going to collapse. In the evening gown portion, she looked super pale, like a ghost. At first, the judges thought that it was her makeup that made her look like that. Unfortunately, Amelia was dealing with much more serious issue. She walked off the stage and, well, as she walked up on stage, I'm not even sure if I can tell you. She posed. She tripped on a high heel, fractured her ankle, exposing bone, passed out, and fell on top of the extremely sharp and pointed glass decoration. It shot up through her right eye and out through her skull, where there was a bloody mess everywhere. Blood squirted out in all directions and gushed so much the moths behind the foes and screamed. The judges were left speechless. The crowd ran towards the exit. Everyone else didn't know what to do. The camera filmed the whole thing. What's even more shocking is that the camera was left on the call Amelia on tape. She was still alive. She stood up, removing the broken glass, got up close to the camera and grinned, her mouth dripping her own blood. She looked pure evil. She whispered, "I think I won the pageant," and walked back up, limping, on stage, showing off her dress. And since her ankle was messed up, then she stuck her hand in the question jar, asked a question, then answered it. She stared at the empty seats of the judges and smiled, talked into a mug and thanked everyone for rooting for her. Then she grabbed a crown and placed it on top of her head, smiling once again to the camera, waving, acting all shocked and even crying tears of joy. No one knows how she was still alive and moving after such a horrific accident. But it was clear as day that the person who was caught on camera was not Amelia. It looked different, acting different, and sounded differently. Rumors rumor has it that this thing is still out there, singing and signing up for enjoying peasants. Except it's all held up now and has a new look. This story and tape will forever haunt those who were involved, living there, or seeing the video. It's something that once you see it, you can never unsee. It's so creepy and disturbing that her face will so show up in your dreams when you least expect it. Written by Lisa Lee.